Obviously happy about the win. Proud. I thought the guys showed a lot of resolve. I give a lot of credit to West Virginia. I thought they played a great game and fought. I want to say this first. I know even the feeling in the locker room is kind of like, hey, that was a tremendous defensive game. You hold someone in modern college football to 64 yards in one half to 219 in the game. It's really hard to do. 83 of those coming on one play. Hold them to 7 points. I'm really proud of our defense. I thought it was a special day from them. Even after we had that muffed punt, they're in field goal range to stop them. I think it was like 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4, and then to block the kick. I mean, it just breeds excellence. Just really proud of those guys. They're a tough, resilient group. We're still learning that it's okay just to play defense and not worry. If the offense isn't clicking, it doesn't matter. Just keep playing defense. Had a fourth quarter shutout, which is important to us. Really disappointed in the special teams tonight. Obviously, we made a field goal and we blocked a field goal to win it. But to have two possessions extended for them by our punt return team, running into the punter and dropping a punt. And then we drop punts. We dropped the punt in the pregame. We dropped them all game, and we have to get better at that. RJ's been so stellar at that, and tonight we took a step backwards, and then obviously the kickoff return for a touchdown. So it was a little bit of a recipe for a disaster. Some of those things that we don't ever do, we did. And then offensively, I could talk about a lot of things, but I thought the penalties were just crippling. And obviously our inability to get the ball in from the 1 yard line with multiple shots was one thing. But at the same time also, anytime we got something going, I thought the penalties really hurt us. So we didn't play good enough. We didn't play a great game in those two phases, but I do think we played a great game on the defensive side of the football. And so that's what we want to be. We want to be a team that complements each other, but we have to get a lot of things figured out and fixed. I thought Charlie had a great night, 20 of 26. We turned the ball over too much. We had the ball for 36 minutes, but obviously couldn't get a lot of points. So we have to improve, especially heading to TCU next week. But I am, as I told the guys, don't apologize for going 8-0 for winning this game. Just have to continue to improve as we try to move forward.
Matt, what did you like about the 43-yard pass to Taekwon? What did you guys like about the matchup there that essentially put you guys in a position to salt this away? I know they had 38 seconds left.
Yeah, it was zero blitz, and they were bringing the house, so we were just going to kind of throw it up and let Taekwon go make a play, or maybe get a pass interference, or either way they had a timeout in their pocket. So an incomplete pass was just going to save 4 seconds, right? I mean, if it's incomplete, he saves a timeout. If it's not incomplete, he calls timeout. If we catch it, he calls timeout. So we felt like we had to take a shot. I tried to do a good job of talking back and forth between the offense and the defense. Phil was saying throw it. Really, the offense wanted to throw it every down. They were saying, hey, we have the ability to throw it and go score. But it's my job to kind of moderate it. So we took that shot, got it down there, and then what a great pump by Isaac Power to put the ball at the 4 yard line.
So when you moderated it, you didn't say, hey, what are we doing long on that play?
I called that play.
You called it?
Yeah. I said throw it to Taekwon. Yeah, I think for that reason, third down and long. To me, Tommy Tuberville did that to me about 6 years ago, and I always put that away in my head. I did it last year against Texas Tech at the end of the game. I threw it up to Denzel. I don't call the plays, but every once in a while I'll come in and say, hey, do this. And said throw it up to Denzel down the right sideline. So it's 4 minute. They have a timeout. If all we're going to save is one less timeout from them. So to me, there's a time where you have to take a shot.
Talk about to clean up some stuff, but just the grittiness of this team to win a game like that. Do you take a lot of pride in that?
Yeah, we won a lot of our games like that. I mean, we have some runaway games on the road or at home where they're all close. So I don't think you see any panic from our guys. I mean, that's nothing at all. I think we're just kind of still learning how to do this at a high level, right? And I don't say. I mean, as I told them though, the hunter becomes the hunted, man. Like, you're not surprising anybody anymore. Like, they're going to come out and give you your best game. Be prepared for it. And so, I'm not saying they weren't prepared. I thought that again. It's just kind of a it's like whatever. Like, it's a game like that. I'm frustrated at two sides of the ball, and I'm in awe of the third side, right? And those things will happen, But yeah, I mean, the whole key is don't try to hold on to winning. Don't try to say we won, so let's do the same. You have to keep trying to improve and get better and get better and get better. And in a lot of ways, we didn't get better this game, but in a lot of ways we did. So we certainly have a lot to improve upon. So, but the toughness and the mindset and all those things, there's no question about that with our guys.
Matt, what does this say about your quarterback? Sacked 8 times, still stands in there in the pocket and delivers the biggest throw of the season.
Yeah, tough as could be, and a lot of those ones early were ugly, and then I think in the some of the ones in the second half, he's just kind of running around trying to make a couple plays and took some sacks, getting a reverse and field like Fran Tarkenton back there. But there's just no quit in him. There's no complaining in him. He just keeps playing. We ran a lot of quarterback draw tonight at different times. He made some big runs for us in the quarterback draw game, and he's a winner. And he protects the football, so it gives you a lot of opportunities to do a lot of different things. And so, he's getting better. We're all getting better, but we have to do a way better job in front of him.
Is there still need to develop a killer instinct, put a team away early?
I'm always, so just for me, I'm always hesitant to say put a team away early, because I think when you turn on college football, you see teams try to put teams away early. When they find themselves in a fight like this, they get nervous. They get scared, and so they panic. What I would like to just see us play better football. We just don't play well enough, long enough. We have those lulls, and so even coming out of the half, man, the first big play, we have the ball, Denzel's back. We had the first big play. We hit a drift. I think it's gonna go for a touchdown, and we fumble it and give him the ball back. It's like, just things that we have to clean up. But, just like we had to learn, hey, here's how you deal with 0-6. And last year we learned how to, you have to win one more game down the stretch. We had to learn tonight. We're still learning how to handle this. We had more people on the sideline that had something to say to the officials than we've had all year. I just spent half the night telling people just to be quiet. Why the officials are doing their job. Everyone be quiet, let them officiate. Let's go play football. So sometimes you start worrying about winning more than you worry about playing. I heard Lincoln Riley say that last week after they lost. He said, we were too busy. That's why we're so good sometimes in 2 minutes. There's no time to think other than just go play. And we have a lot of maturing to do in a lot of different areas. And we lost a lot of guys tonight. We lost Jamison. He went down. Chris Miller's out. He's going to be out again next week for the new rule. So a lot of guys had to step up, and I'm sure they did, other than that one play.
What do you say to Chris Miller about that? Now he's the third one he's got. How do you coach that out?
Well, the first one was because he lowered his head, right? So it was just where he hit. It wasn't a defenseless receiver. The second one last week, we said, hey, you got to lower your strike zone. You got to hit lower. So today he hit lower, and he got one. So I was saying, hey, isn't that a late slide? And they said it is a late slide, but he had his head down. So it's I think we're gonna just have to tell him, hey, he can't hit people quite as hard and I'm not complaining. That's just the rule, right? I don't complain about the rules, but it is hard because he plays so fast. He plays so hard that we're telling him, hey, don't hit high on the guy, so hit lower. So he tries to hit lower, and the kid slides, and he gets another targeting. So we're just going to have to work through it with him. I know he was upset, but that's the rule, and is what it is. We'll follow the rules, obviously.
Is he out for just the half, or?
No, he's out for the next game.
Yeah, because it's third, okay.
West Virginia, they got 7 sacks on Charlie. I noticed that they were doing a lot of stunts or stimming. Was that something not expected?
Yeah, they did what they did. They just did it well. I want to make sure I say this. I said it in the Stills, 56, is one of the best players we've played against, okay? I said that coming in. I told people, Matt comes in my office this week, we're sitting there kicking it, and I said, hey, this kid 56 and he's everything that I thought he was going to be. And 55, his brother, lights out. So, that sometimes people say the Big 12 D lineman, that's kind of a thing that's out there. Well, you could watch 56 because he does it against everybody, and I love him. That being said, we have to do better than we did. We have to do way better.
Maybe they review it anyway, but did you consider challenging any of the goal line plays, or is that something they review anyway?
Oh, I thought the third one was a touchdown, so I screamed that. But they said they confirmed it. So I said they confirmed it all the way. It used to be that replay went upstairs. Now it goes upstairs to Dallas. And I said, they replayed it in Dallas? And they said, yes, coach. And I said, they confirmed it? I probably could have just challenged it, but I said, I want to challenge it. And they said they confirmed it already. So, challenging a confirmation, but still you can do it, but it just didn't seem smart in that type of a game. But I thought it was a touchdown. I looked at the replay on the board and I thought it was a touchdown, but, They said it was, and they said they blow it dead earlier because forward progress has stopped. I've thought, on the 1 yard line, you just kind of push in, and so. But let me make sure I say this: I'm not here to complain about that because you can't get in from the 6-inch line. You don't deserve to score, and we handed off ISO. We did 3 different things, and probably I was a little stubborn, but the players were all saying, "Let's run it." We ran it, and they made the play we did, and congratulations to them.
Coach, you had the ball 11 minutes in the fourth quarter, 20 minutes overall in the second half. Is that the defining difference?
I think the difference was the defensive stops. We fumbled that punt. The defense could have gone out there and been like, ugh. You talk about championship mindset. They went out there and they made those stops. And it wasn't just the blocked field goal. They stopped them on 3rd and 3. I think it was 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4. I don't remember. But, Grayland wasn't supposed to play tonight. Grayland's out there playing. JT comes over the top. They try that double move. I think they're going to pick it off. Just character plays. And then, at the end of the game, I could have thrown, I punted the ball down there and said, I trust our defense to go make the plays. And they, they're still just down a field goal. And they went and made the plays. And so I think for me, the story was that. Now, we held the ball on offense and some things, but a lot of that's because we had penalties and we get a first down and get another first down. So
What went into the decision to eventually put Xavier in?
he said, Coach, I'm playing. I mean, he just kept saying it to me. And so that's obviously a really hard one for me. But he said it to me last night again. He said, Coach, I'm playing. I want to play. And then he said it again. And so I played him.
Do you feel like, this is a guy that you were maybe trying to think long term when you were making decisions about it. But when you sit at 7-0, trying to get to 8-0, and you have opportunities in front of you, does that cross your mind that we need to play some of that right now?
I would have preferred not to play him, but at the same time, you only have so many chances to be on teams like this, and I understand where he's coming from. And we were struggling, and he wanted to go. And there's a lot of football left, so at least he has, a chance to play a lot more games. But I can't say enough about who he is. That he's literally, like last night, texted me saying, Coach, I think I should play. I want to play. So we'll try to do the best we can for him in the future. If we have to redshirt him next year, we'll try to do that still. Or, if he gets injured, he has that. But he'll go down as one of the special guys to me.
Matt, Charlie, you mentioned hold on to it, trying to make plays in the second half. From some of those activities, what concerns you about?
Just our ability to handle, 4 and 5 man twists. I mean, they're bringing it with linebackers and stuff, but it's always hard for me to say it without seeing it. I thought Khalil was playing really well. I thought the issue was some other people were having some trouble at tackle. So it's hard for me to say exactly without seeing. I'm kind of reacting to what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing on the Jumbotron. But a lot of plays that, just don't need to happen. And so, those guys, I'll watch the tape. We'll try to get them better. We'll try to make sure we're doing enough to help them. Part of playing O-line is getting some help and getting some chips, getting some things. I don't know how much we did of that. And then I'll also try to go back and look and see, Connor will be back soon. So we have some help along those regards. So we'll just keep grinding away, man.
Also, a trick play that got blown up, RJ, I guess, what happened there from what you could see?
Yeah, we kept running speed sweeps and the safety kept making the tackle. So we had Platt wide open. We thought we had a touchdown, and I think we just missed a block on the perimeter. I think the tailback came up and missed. So, those things happen when you play, right? I mean, you call a play like that, it's 50-50. You don't think it's going to end up on the ground, but you deal with it when it happens. But, we also want to set a tone of aggressiveness too, hey, let's go be aggressive. And that one didn't work out, unfortunately.
Coach, adversity seems to find you guys on a weekly basis. Certainly happened tonight. What does this say about the resiliency of your team? What do you like about the group of guys who have to respond week after week?
Well, I love the group of guys we have. They coachable, tough, selfless. They're awesome to be around day in and day out. And today was, for some of them, was one of their best days, and for some of them wasn't their best days. But I think I try to take some time in the locker room longer than I normally do to talk about what happened. But it's a great chance to teach them, and continue to learn from them. But they're great guys. They work hard. They're tough. They don't panic. As I told them, there's a lot of teams that have had a bad loss in the last 2 or 3 weeks that would love to go back and say, oh, we found a way to win it. Hey, they're saying, hey, we lost. We better get this fixed. I'm saying you guys better say, hey, we almost lost to get this fixed. But they still found a way to win. And we found a lot of ways to lose the first year. So I'll take the ways to win. But that being said, we have to improve. And they know that. I said, are we a great team yet? No, Coach. All right, great. We're trying to become a great team. I don't care. I care about the record because I get paid to care about the record, but I don't care about the record. I care about, are we playing great football or not? We didn't play great football tonight. So I've got to get that fixed. We've got to get that fixed. The great thing is, they recognize that. What's cool is the defense keeps losing guys, and they keep playing great football, which is testament to the guys that are out there.
Matt, in this day and age where everything's analyzed, everyone's got to talk about how you look and how pretty you are. Does that matter really in the end? How do you keep that from being a problem with the team? They hear from you.
Yeah, so here's the problem. As you get good, people now, like you get in a conversation nationally, people now have to start finding out which, like they didn't talk about us before, right? So it was easy. Like, it was like, oh, Baylor, maybe if we were lucky, they would do the final picks for us. Like, oh, Baylor, I got Baylor, I don't have Baylor, right? I mean, now it's like, now they want to talk about you. So now they say, you're not this, you're not that, you're not this, you're not that. I don't care about those things. I want to be a great team. I want to be a great team. And so a great team complements each other, collaborates with each other, works together well. And so, yeah, there's a lot of things that we're not, but there's also a lot of things that we are. And what we are is tough. Okay, what we are is we find a way to make things happen. We find a way to overcome adversity. We find a way to overcome injuries. We find a way to we are a tough group and we are a resilient group. We don't make excuses. And so they're going to hear all that stuff. My only point to them was, you've been hearing it, and I can tell you kind of been listening to it a little bit. How's it working out for you? Is this what you wanted? Or can we get right back to process? Coaches do it too. You know what I mean? Like, I'll probably do a little bit of it. They'll do a little bit of it. So it's like, stop it, Just let's get back to that humble, hungry team. Now, I want to make sure I said the defense looked like they were that tonight. And I think we had some matchup issues tonight we just didn't handle real well. I don't make it like this global thing. I'm just always trying to teach, like, program lessons. Like, guys, everyone now is going to talk about what you're not. They're going to try to find things that you're doing wrong. They're going to try to pick everything apart. Like, I played at Penn State, right? And I had a bunch of friends that went to the NFL. And I always give this analogy to our team. I'd be with one of my friends who, played in the NFL, and they'd say, oh, you played in the league. Oh, that's cool. Were you all pro? They said, no. Did you ever go to the Pro Bowl? No, I never went to the Pro Bowl. They'd be like, oh. like there's always something you didn't do, right? Or you hang out with a Pro Bowler, you'd be like, oh, are you a Hall of Famer? No, I never went to oh, jeez. Right, first ballot? They can always find something that you didn't do. And, so don't worry about that, right? Just, how about we worry about this week? And so our goal is to go 1-0 this week. That was our mission. We executed the mission. Our standard is to play great, great football. I don't know if we did that. So I like executing the mission. So we found a way to do that. We'll try to get better next week.
Coach, you talk about how your guys sometimes struggle to enjoy wins. How do you encourage them to enjoy this one?
I don't know if I've ever said that they don't enjoy it. I don't know if I've said, maybe I have. I think they enjoy it. I think they're just really analytical about it. You know what I'm saying? And I want them to be that, right? What Rudyard, I always bring it up, but Rudyard Kipling, said in the poem If you can, I need to learn it because I always paraphrase it, but he says if you can treat triumph and disaster as imposters, right? I live by that in my brain. When you're triumphant and when you lose, they're both imposters. That's just what people say. At the end of the day, only you know did you give all you had out there, right? And only you know what you did. Only I know how hard I worked this week, and the coaches worked this week, and da-da-da-da. And so if I put everything on the line and they ran that last play back for a touchdown, I can live with myself. And if we won, but I didn't put it all in it, then I'm a fraud. So just trying to get our guys to understand, hey, analyze it, enjoy the win. I told them, go enjoy the win. I'll see you Sunday, man. Coaches are on the road tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We're out grinding. We're going to go recruit tomorrow. But we'll see you guys on Sunday and enjoy this. But let's come in Sunday with a purpose to get better and become a better team next week. And we know we need to be, right? We're going to TCU, and TCU's had our number. Coach Patterson's a great coach. The defense is playing at an elite level. Looks like the offense is coming on. We better play better. And so we'll try to get better. We'll try to figure out who's healthy and put it together and go out there and play one more game.
A lot of the players who are contributing on your team, obviously, were guys who had been through 2017 and been through 2018 and had to climb those mountains before. When you get into these close games, how much do you think that having been through that helps, kind of give them that extra push-up?
Yeah, it makes all the difference in the world. You know what I mean? Again, I'm tired. So, but what's the samurai say? Sometimes you have to be willing to, you have to accept death to go fight. When you're worried about losing, you can't play well. When you've lost and you've been through wars and it doesn't bother you, then you can go in and fight unfettered, man. You have nothing, you can go in there and fight and not worry about the result and go play. And so our guys have been through some battles. We've won some, we've lost some. So they go out there and they play, and they understand at the end of the day, man, game's not going to be won in the first half. Game's going to be won in the third and fourth quarter. So we're tough. We find a way to get it done at the end of the game. We have to play better in some areas. So that's the great, you're never as good as you think you are when you win, never as bad as when you lose. We're kind of in the middle. So let's just keep doing this, hopefully.